Cage Minds, Mika Frankl. It's fight week for LFA 103, and it's a tradition by now. Every time she's gonna fight, I grab Vanessa Demopoulos. It's always a great interview. How you doing, ma'am?
I am so happy to be here. I'm excited. I love that we always get to do our interviews together right before all of my fights.
Man, it's something I look forward to, and this one I'm looking forward to because I love seeing fights where it's two great people, and I know you and Cynthia, you're taking on Cynthia Arceo. I told her, gonna tell you the same thing. Both of you guys are similar in how happy and positive and nice you are each time I've interacted with both of you.
Aw, I love that. That's so sweet to hear. And yeah, I've only ever heard positive things about her, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Now, after that, you guys are stylistically opposites. I mean, I told her, you're world class grappling, this incredible jiu-jitsu. We know that you have a fearless striking style. But Cynthia, on the other hand, has grown up in a karate background and has a very technical striking background, like you have a technical jiu-jitsu background.
Yes, yes, yes. So stylistically, we're like polar opposites.
Right. So what do you think of the matchup? How do you feel this challenge is going to push you, and how do you feel the fight plays out?
Yeah, I feel like, I end up going against strikers most often. And so this matchup particularly because she's been doing karate basically her whole life, and she's very pure in her sport. So, it is like difficult. I've never gone against a karate person before. I've gone against boxers, I've gone against Muay Thai fighters, and just purely MMA people. But this is going to be something very new. It's going to be a whole new challenge.
Would you say this is the fourth fight in a row where your opponent comes in with that striking pedigree?
Yeah, no. I feel like Corey McKenna was mainly like she was just very pure MMA.
Okay.
Like just all the way well rounded. And but yeah, like I said, most of the girls are very just pure strikers for the most part.
And how do you feel that that's pushed you? Because like we said, grappling the mat, that's your home. You've had to accept this challenge of fighting these strikers.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the ground is my ocean. But I've been learning to fly as a striker as well. So that's been a very fun journey for me to be able to learn and grow as an athlete. It stretches me. It stretches my capacity to be able to become more, and to know myself more as a fighter. And honestly, it's the things that I needed anyways. I'm trying to become one of the best in the world. So if that's an aspect that I needed to focus on, then so be it.
We're heading into the new year. How do you look back at a 2020 where there were highs and lows, and then you get to finish up the year with, or at least the beginning of this year, getting the LFA Submission of the Year award?
Yeah, 2020 was an incredible year. I started fighting before the pandemic happened. I had 4 fights in 2020. 3 of them were within a 3-month time span, so, and they were all every single fight that I was in was an absolute war. And I'm very proud of all of my fights, my wins and my losses, because, they really showed who I am as an athlete, who I am as a competitor, who I am as a person. And, not any of my fights had I kind of backed down, shied away. Everything was just full force of who I am. So I'm proud of all of them. Even with the Lupita fight, it's like, that was almost fight of the year. And, I was really coming back towards the end of that fight. And it's like, I'm never going to quit. So...
I'm pretty sure that Macon Mendoza, he also fights out of the Black House Gym. But when you're watching his fight with David George, you're saying, guys, could you be a little less exciting? Me and Lupita had Fight of the Year locked up until you guys did this.
No, I was very pissed. Congratulations to Michael for not only winning the title, but for also getting Fight of the Year. That was awesome to watch and celebrate for him.
So again, it didn't work out in your favor, but what did that mean to be a part of a classic like that at LFA 94?
To be a part of, I'm sorry?
To be a part of a fight that turns into a classic.
Yeah, I mean, it's, this is my life. And I think that this is a part of my legacy, to be honest. To be able to move forward, you only live these moments once. So to be able to make the best of them and know that they were so memorable and so iconic. My biggest disappointment is the fact that it's not on a world-class stage like the UFC just yet. Because a lot of people do watch the LFA, and we are the rising star organization, and people know to keep their eyes out in the future, but it's like to have these types of wars right now, like, this is my life, this is my legacy, and these are the things that you get remembered for.
And talk about the LFA a little bit. You had 4 fights last year, 3 with them. Not all promotions were up and running. Some still aren't even back to up and running.
Yeah, I'm honored to be a part of the LFA. I'm honored to have had the opportunities that I had during, a time of the whole world was shut down. We were the only sport active. The craziest part about it was training during the pandemic. Most of the time, I was training completely isolated, completely by myself. Didn't have training partners because people were scared to train. They were scared to break the law more so than scared of each other. And it was just a really crazy time to be getting ready for a title fight. In the midst of a pandemic, I was literally breaking the freaking law just to be able to train and do the things that were in my heart and the things that I know I was meant to do. But I stayed disciplined, and I did everything that I knew I needed to do to go out there and be the best version of myself possible.
There's a vaccine out now. Things have progressed. I'm not sure how everything is where you are out in California. What does this camp look like?
This camp is, LA is opened back up again. So everything is, right back to normal. I've had the best training partners. We have quite the girl crew out here at Black House and then over at Saxon Muay Thai. And I'm still training with Jiva Santana for my jiu-jitsu, and we have a great crew there in the morning. So, full of UFC fighters, and I'm just really blessed to be around such high-caliber athletes who we're all chasing our dreams and goals together.
And what else has been going on with Vanessa? Because as I've already learned from talking to you, you're always busy, and there's always more going on.
Yeah. I finished up my last book in the middle of last year, and I haven't published it because I've just been really focused on, growth and fighting, and that really has been my main focus. I know I always have a million things going on, but I don't right now, and it's because I really want to see, what does this look like when I actually put my heart to it? What does this look like when I actually dive into it? And I love staying, multi-focused and doing other things. I'm just a crazy person in general, but I'm really concentrated in putting all that focus into fighting.
Well,
and this is probably the first time in my life that I've ever been able to just do that, just be exactly that.
Well, what were some of the areas that you felt that you really needed to shore up here to reach your potential?
Well, being, splitting my time and splitting my energy is not satisfactory to anything. If you chase multiple things at the same time, you water down other areas of your life. So I'm just highly concentrated right now, and that's been, very pivotal in who I've been as an athlete.
Has there been a different feeling from this camp, just focusing in on it, not having the outside distractions, not wanting to be editing the book or whatever else?
You know what? I haven't noticed the major shift as much because when I fight, I'm very, engaged in what I do. That's why before I was always able to do so many things. Whatever I'm doing, I give my heart to it in that time frame. So what I've noticed, though, is my growth in skill, and it's just different. different. You know, every single camp has its own vibe. Every camp has its own vibe. And I guess, you know, I can't really compare, but I do know that I'm completely locked in. And that's a very good feeling.
Do you have a way to describe what the vibe was of this camp?
Nah, I don't. No, I don't, because, you know, every day it's like I go to the gym. I do exactly what I need to do. I've always been that way. But I just don't do all the other things in between. So I have more energy and more focus when I do go to the gym and when I do things that I need to do.
And no other adventures right now that you've been on?
No. I'm starting my new social media stuff. My social media got taken away from me, and because I was in some drama with someone else, and I had a lot of haters reporting my page at the same time. So it's like really crazy to not have that. You know, I'm always so spunky and wild on my Instagram, and I've been quiet. You know, because it's like, man, like I just get to just focus in real life, you know, and I have a new YouTube channel I'm going to be starting soon that I have built content for. I'm going to be starting my TikTok. I'm going to be, you know, rocking out Instagram and regrowing that brand separately and differently. And that's a whole new adventure that I'm going to be able to get to reach millions of different people and share the story of overcoming and becoming. So, you know, I have been putting thoughts towards my business aspect of my social medias and just being able to help people and have so much fun doing that. I mean, the adventures are going to be absolutely insane moving forward after this fight, but nothing happens until this fight happens.
Okay, I gotta ask about the YouTube channel because I know about your dancing ability, jiu-jitsu, fighting, gymnastics. What kind of content are we gonna see on the YouTube channel?
Woo! Yo! Okay, so we're going to be dancing and we're going to be doing crazy stuff, and it's like I know so many insane people who are just so talented when it comes to, like, you know, riding motorcycles. I'm going to be going deep sea diving with sharks. I'm going to be doing so many things, you know, like jumping out of planes, jumping off a cliff. Like, it's going to be absolutely crazy and wild and, you know, adventurous. My life is full of adventure. My heart is full of adventure, and I just sing louder, laugh harder, and all of those things. And I can't wait to do that for the world and with the world.
So tentatively, when are we saying that you're hoping to launch this channel?
I mean, I already have some content and that we started making before I got super deep into camp. So, you know, as soon as we get this fight rocking and rolling, pretty soon afterwards, you guys are going to start seeing Lil Monster popping up here and there and everywhere.
Adventures with Lil Monster. I don't know if that's the official name, people. I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there free.
I like that, though. I like that.
It's always great getting to talk to Vanessa Demopoulos. Could you give us one last word on the fight upcoming here? It's fight week.
It's fight week right now. We're ready to go. I'm really looking forward to walking out there and just, like, letting my spirit fly in that cage, just representing everything that we work so hard for every single day. This fight is more than just walking out there and doing it. You know, it's a representation of who we are, and it's on display for the whole world, so I hope everybody enjoys.
LFA 103 this Friday night on UFC Fight Pass. Vanessa, do you have anybody that you need to thank or shout out to?
Huge thank you to my coaches. Thank you, Sex on Muay Thai, Black House MMA, and One Jiu-Jitsu with Jiva Santana.
And I know you said the Instagram is down right now. Did you have any social media, though, currently that people could follow you at?
Yeah, I'm still on Lil Monster Demo. Still Lil Monster Demo. So if you look that up, you'll still find me. It's just not the one with the 20 whatever K that I had, like 26K or something. You know, it's a fresh page. I am who I am, and I've always been that way. I'm always going to continue to be that way.
And it's always great getting to talk to you.
Yay, thank you so much. I super appreciate you, my guys. Super appreciate you so much.